What's up guys, I'm back with another video, and today I am talking about my postpartum body and how I really feel about it. I felt like this was a good time to do this video because Jamin is now, he spent 9 months in my stomach and now he's been 9 months out. So what better time to talk about a postpartum body than when you're 9 months out from having a baby? If you guys are new here, we have a 4-year-old, an almost 3-year-old, and a 9-month-old. So I've had 3 pregnancies, 3 postpartum bodies, and yes, they are all different. So I kind of want to just spend today talking about those, doing this in the car so it's nice and quiet, just kind of winging this video a little bit, but I'm hoping it could be of value to somebody. So let's get started. Something I feel like that is not talked about quite enough is postpartum depression. We've all heard of it. Most of us that have been pregnant have probably experienced it. I definitely dipped into it. I didn't stay there, but I did feel it. I felt what it feels like. It does not feel good. And I would say my lowest point of any of my pregnancies was when I had Jamin. If you guys have been here for a while, you know that soon after we had him, we were moving into a new house. So it was like a 2-week-old baby. We're taking care of 2 other toddlers. We're packing up our whole house. The sale didn't go through. We have to stay somewhere else. We can't come to our new house for like a week, and then it finally did. But still, it was just aggravating at the time because, we were in this hard phase of life. And I don't know if I made myself sick. I probably did because of just doing so much. You're supposed to be resting after you have a baby, but I was not resting. I was just like, go, 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 go. It was hard just knowing we had all these things to do and thinking I need to be resting. I just felt like there was a lot to be done, so I was doing it, and I felt fine. I felt like I could be doing those things. But after I did them, I guess I made myself sick. So I don't know what I had. I've never had chickenpox. It could have been that. Monkeypox were also going around at the time, which just sounds so nasty. But I got something where I had these bumps all over me, like, I hate the word, pus-filled bumps. It got in my mouth, all over the inside of my lips, down my throat. I couldn't eat, I couldn't swallow anything. This is 2 weeks after having a baby. This is moving houses, staying with other people, family, and loose skin, and you know how you feel already after you have a baby. And I posted about it on Instagram. I have that thing, there's a name for it that now I'm like, I can't remember, but when you are breastfeeding, it happens to some women where this overwhelming feeling of depression comes over you and just like these negative thoughts. It doesn't feel good. So anyways, I was breastfeeding at the time. I have whatever that word is. So I was already having these like depressing negative thoughts come over me, and then now I have this sickness. So I'm telling you guys, I would avoid the mirror at all costs. Like, I didn't even want to look at myself, which is so sad to me. And what's even more sad is what I would say to myself when I would look in the mirror. I would look in there. Now you got to just put yourself in my shoes, okay? Postpartum depression, everything's negative. So I don't like normally feel this way, but I would look in the mirror and I said to myself, you are so disgusting. How does Nathaniel even look at you? How sad is that? I said that to myself like more than one time. I was just so grossed out by myself. I wouldn't even look down at my body because I didn't want to see like those bumps, and I just felt so gross and like just totally out of my own skin. I didn't feel like myself. I'm gonna put a picture in here of how I looked during that sickness, so if that stuff like makes you queasy or whatever, just look away or just fast forward a little bit. I'll just put it up for a few seconds so y'all can see what I was dealing with here. Tip for husbands, if any guys happen to be watching this, you're probably not, but the best thing you can do for your wife postpartum is complimenting her and like building her up and trying to make her feel good. Because I promise you, she's on the other side of it probably tearing herself down. Now, not everybody. Some people have like this insane confidence, and that's awesome. But I feel like a lot of us, it's new. You're not used to looking like this. Like, you look one way your whole life, and then all of a sudden, you bring life into the world, and then your body's just totally different, and it almost doesn't feel like it's yours. That's how I felt. So yeah, husbands, what you can do for your wives is just be really sweet to them and complimenting them. I feel like that would really help a lot. At least that's what would help me. when I was going through all these things, if Nathaniel was like complimenting me, it's like if I was bringing myself down and he would compliment me, it would kind of just bring me up to like a normal state of mind. So yeah, that was probably my lowest point of all my pregnancies, of all my postpartum bodies. That moment of having that sickness and like looking in the mirror and saying to myself, you are disgusting. How could Nathaniel even look at you, let alone touch you? I really can't believe I said that to myself, but I did. And that's not good. We shouldn't be speaking negativity over ourselves like that. And I know that now, but you know, like in the moment, like I said, it's just the hormones are raging and you just feel so different. But thankfully I came out of it. That state of depression didn't last too long, but I do remember my younger sister saying to me, she was like, are you okay? She said, you look like you feel like a shell of yourself. And she's like, and that's how I felt too. And I'm like, yeah, like that was just such a good explanation for it. That is how I felt. I felt like I was physically in a place and like I could look at you and talk to you, but like I wasn't there is kind of how I felt, like just kind of going through the motions, not really engaging, not laughing, not like enjoying things, because it was just such a difficult week of our lives. So that was my low point. But like I said, I came out of it, and now, like, I'm not gonna say, oh, now everything's just great, and I look in the mirror and I'm like, wow, you just never looked better. That's not true. Like, of course I would love to look how I looked when I was like 24. You know, that was like the best shape of my life. I would love to look like that. But would I trade my 3 kids to look like that? Absolutely not. You know, I think it's really special that God chose us as women to bring life into the world. And it's a big job, you know. You spend 9-10 months growing and forming this body, and then you can't, I just kind of feel like societal pressures is like, after you have a baby, you need to snap back. Like, you need to look back to normal. And it's just not realistic. You know, it took you 9 months to get there. Give yourself minimum 9 months to get out, but I don't even believe that. I say 2 years. That's what I think. 2 years at least. And I don't even really believe there's a going back. Like, I think if you dedicate your life to working out and eating right, I've seen people look even better after they've been pregnant than they did before they were pregnant, because they're really dedicated, and like, that's awesome. I can't do that. So I don't think that there's ever going to be like a going back for me. And I'm just trying to come to terms with that. You know, I've also been losing my hair. Look at these little baby hairs. Oh, focus on me. See, I've been losing my hair for postpartum. Yippee. And I actually been using this shampoo. It's called Monate, and let's see, I've been using the thickening conditioner, the shampoo, the black shampoo, and then I also switched that up with the thickening shampoo. And I will put a picture in here about how my hair, I put it on Instagram, like I'm holding a ball of my hair because I was losing so much of it at one time. But I started using this because I've been having hair problems for I think 5 years now. Waxiness, dry scalp, my hair falling out postpartum, which I know that happens to everybody. But this shampoo line has helped my hair not fall out. I was gonna take a picture of my hand again recently after I get out of the shower, but literally there's like 3 hairs, so you wouldn't even see it in the picture, which is great. So my hair is not falling out anymore, yay. And my scalp is a lot less dry. My hair feels nicer. It doesn't have that waxy feel. The black shampoo is like a clarifying shampoo, so it's been really good for me. And I actually bought this stuff. Okay, MLMs have always turned me off, just like it probably does for the majority of you guys. So I bought this stuff not even planning to share it, because I'm like, I don't want to turn everyone off because people just hate MLMs. I'm one of them for sure. But I found out that 80% of the people that buy these products buy them for the products and not the business. And so that's why I was like, well, I'm gonna try it because I've tried all these other shampoos, nothing is working for me. I'm gonna try this. So I tried it, I liked it, and now I feel like if I don't tell you about it, I'm like keeping some good secret for myself. So anyway, that's what I've been using. It's helping. I'm using stuff to also try to get my hair to grow back, but I've only used that twice, so haven't quite dedicated myself to that one yet. I need to, and I can show you a before and after of that. But yeah, I can put a link in the description. If anyone is struggling like me, you can get this stuff and it will help you. But anyways, so my body currently, 9 months out of having a baby, I have loose skin, I have the stretch marks, I have no boobs, you know. I'm just, like I said, I'm not looking in the mirror like, wow, you've never looked better, because it's just not true. I don't feel that way. But I will tell you, where I used to find some confidence in my body, like not a lot, because I've never really been too much of like a body image type person, but I did feel good. Like I felt like I could wear, you know, my bathing suit and feel okay about walking around on the beach. Whereas now I may not feel that way. I'm trying to find my confidence elsewhere. So, you know, my confidence in God, which I feel like is a great thing. Like I should have felt that way anyways. Why did it take having a baby to make me feel that way? I don't know. But, and then also just confidence in the fact that I'm a good mom, you know? I can say that about myself. Now is not the time for me in my life to dedicate myself hardcore to working out and going to the gym every single day and all these things, because I just feel like I can't. I have kids and I take care of them and I love it so much. I have recently gotten back into going to the gym, which has felt really good. I love going to the gym when the weather is nice. It's just like motivating for me when the sun is out. But I've been getting back into it, which has been making me feel better and feel good. I just like to feel strong and capable. I like to feel like I can play games, you know, like tennis or pickleball, and like run around. And I feel like when you go a long time without working out, you start to feel sluggish kind of. So I'm happy to be getting back into it. But my goal in going to the gym is not to be in the best shape of my life. That would be awesome. Maybe I should aim for that. I just don't feel like it's realistic for me right now. You know, maybe when our kids get a little older, I can focus a little bit more on me, but right now I'm more focused on them, which is the beauty of having kids. It really teaches you selflessness and about not being about yourself all the time. But yeah, I'm just trying to find my confidence in other places, and I think that's a great thing. So David said in the Psalms that we are fearfully and wonderfully made, and that is so true. And I was thinking about that and I'm like, wow, David said that back in Bible times when all he knew about the human body was what he could see, you know, and like what he could feel. He didn't even know what we know now, the intricacies, the cellular, like on the cellular level, and the veins and the arteries and like our bone structures and all these insane things. Like, how could you even look at a human body and think there's not a God? But yeah, he said that when he didn't even know. So now I feel like not only are we fearfully and wonderfully made, we are like so much more than that. I don't even know the words for it, but just so intricately designed. And like I said before, God chose us as women to bring life into the world, and we get to give the world this gift of life, which is such a beautiful thing. And you can't do that without having some body changes. You know, you're gonna experience something, whether it's stretch marks or loose skin or a hurt back or whatever. Something is probably going to change, and that's okay. It's just like kind of a mind shift of what is important, you know. Does it really matter that you have a stretch mark? No, it doesn't. It doesn't matter. So I'm just trying to speak those truths over myself when I look in the mirror. Is, you know, I'm doing my best. I'm going to the gym. I'm raising my kids. And I want to feel happy and confident in myself. Do I feel that every day? No. Do I look in the mirror sometimes and think like, oh, you need to work on this or that? Absolutely. I'm not in my most confident self right now. But like I said, that's okay. I'm trying to find my confidence in other places, which I feel like is a great lesson to be learned. And so, anyways, that's all I got for today. This was kind of just random. It was kind of on my heart, so I thought I should talk about it, and hopefully this will encourage some of you new mamas out there dealing with the same things that I was. Please don't speak that negativity over yourself. I know that you get in like this headspace that people don't understand when they're not pregnant, but when you've done it and had the baby and stuff, I just know what it feels like, and I hope that you guys don't do that. You know, those are thoughts from the enemy. Just pray that stuff away. That is not from God. He says to fill our hearts and minds on things from above, which is not that. So, you know, look yourself in the mirror and speak truth over yourselves and how beautiful and wonderfully made you are, because you are. yeah, hope you guys have a great day. This was Nate and Sutton sowing seeds of truth, love, and inspiration one view at a time, and that was how I really feel about my postpartum body.